All right. Well, we're going to be starting really soon. Here we are, ready to go, and hope you guys are all excited and ready. It's going to be a wonderful day today. I've got lots to go through as normal, and lots for us to recap and review before we kick off and kick into it. So let me ask all of you: who's had a nice 4 days? Who's had a good week this week? Has it been inspiring? Has it been thoughtful? I've had so much feedback from you guys. It's been absolutely awesome to see all that. Life changing. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, James. Nice. Nice. Let's go back through the days, shall we? Let's just have a little bit of a recap over the last few days. Day one, we really talked about, what a millionaire is and how easy it is to make a million and things like that. I think for me, the big thing I want everyone to remember from the first day is that we limit ourselves based on our past and our past experiences, especially being from mostly employee backgrounds. And that's a big thing to understand, is that because we're from employee backgrounds, that's where we come from. That's where we operate, those sort of things. And so that was a big thing for day one. Day two was about understanding your sabotage patterns. Who liked that? There was a lot that we covered on that day about about sabotage patterns. And that the big thing that everyone said to me was they loved the fact that you got to give. You got to give, Chris. It's not about taking, you give. But then on day two, they said, you loved all the patterns, all the sabotage patterns, the 7 of them, and not that you don't have to go and heal them. Who loved healing that they weren't broken? There was nothing you needed to run away and heal. You're not broken. You're fine. You're fine. You've been fine. It got you to here, and now it's time to step forward. It is a waste of bloody time. You just reinforce the identity that you're not good enough. Love it. What about day three? What stood out on day three? Who remembers me talking you through what it's like to actually be, a millionaire? And I talked you through the beliefs of a millionaire and how it works and how it operates. Who remembers day three? And who remembers the stories on day three? What about Joe and Bob having the correct map? The 5 monkeys story? Hey, I've got some really special people on here with me tonight. So I have Cameron Bird from Fast Track Business, who's one of our head strategists. I believe I also have Scott. No, he's not on yet. He will be soon. So say hi to Cameron Bird, who's on here. I also have Hannah Nyes and Rochelle, both on here, are our 2 top coaches in our business. And both Hannah and Rochelle are going to be very pleased to be working with a lot of you, which is awesome. So really grateful to have such a supportive team. And no one gets to stand here and deliver and create at the level that I get to without an absolutely rock star team behind me. And I love them so much. And so those you get to know any of them, you will not be let down. That's for sure. That's for sure. I pinch myself, Rochelle, Hannah, Cam, Scott, Chris Holloway, Samantha, Brett. I pinch myself that you guys are the ones that we get to work together. It's very, very humbling. So what about day 4? How did you guys like yesterday? How did you guys like yesterday? It was big. Who remembers where they were? September 11, 2001. Who remembers that? Crazy, isn't it? And isn't it great to know that we have that ability? Was it just Tracy who liked being blue mist and floating through an amazing tunnel and getting completely surrounded and into your new vibration? Yeah, you are free. You are free. The meadow. Some of you love the meadow. I had a bunch of you reach out to me saying, Chris, I lost myself and then I woke up when you said come back. I said, oh, that was cool. That sounds cool. So it was big. It was big. And the key understanding over this week is I want to let you know I've taken my time to make sure that you understand it all as well. Who's noticed that I've spent some time building new mental models in your brain, helping you understand the reconsolidation moment, hoping you understand that change can happen. And there's a real purpose to that. Your conscious mind must agree to this. The conscious mind must understand and agree, and the unconscious must also. And so you have to allow yourself to learn this and obsess about this to be able to get the result that you want, which is hugely, hugely valuable. So let me get my board up here in a good spot so I can doodle away and make some good drawings when I'm ready. So, question, you guys ready for day 5? I think I'm all recording. There I am. So welcome. Welcome to day number 5 of the Millionaire Mind 5-day challenge. Have you guys felt challenged this week? I hope you have. I hope that you sitting there listening to me has had an absolutely great week. It's been absolutely enjoyable. Today I've got nothing less than another great session planned. So today we're going to be going into the plan. How to get it into real reality. Yes, we talked about the seed. We talked about the invisible. We talked about the emotion. And now it's time to make it real. So today, it's time for the plan. And so let's get into that plan, shall we? Let me go ahead and share my screen because I've got all sorts of stuff waiting for you, which is going to allow us to really get down and figure this out. So I hope that you've got a pen and paper, a glass of water. I hope that you are ready because this is day number 5. How to magically manifest more money, which is the secret to think and grow rich. See, this is my goal today. I want you to understand for sure the science and techniques you must understand to change your attraction point and the exact week by week, play by play, paint by number system guaranteed to develop your millionaire mind. It's a process I've been developing for 10 years. So let me ask you a question. Gravity exists, doesn't it? Gravity exists. Now, how many of you have flown on a plane? And so what happens is gravity exists. We know it. But when we fly on a plane, we kind of supersede gravity by the law of lift. True? So gravity exists, but it's superseded by lift, meaning in the same space, 2 laws can actually happen. Can you guys all see my slides, by the way? Yeah? Someone give me a hand up or a thumbs up or write a yes in the chat box if you can see it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad you can. So gravity exists, but it's superseded by lift. Does everybody understand that? So that's the same as one thing we've got to understand. Hard work exists. What's it superseded by? Hard work exists, guys. You can go out there and do hard work, but it's like gravity. It's slow. Does that make sense? You can use the laws of hard work, but it's superseded by different laws. And those are the laws that I want to go through with you today, because how many of you ever wondered this? Why is it that some people break through to millions and others don't? And if you've ever said, if only I had more money, then I could do this, then I could do that. And see, this is the key to understand. A self-made billionaire invited me to speak with his friends. I spoke and I talked about my comeback story after losing it all and building it back. And they looked me straight in the eye, a billionaire, and said, Chris, you have to teach what you know. Said, Chris, it's the truth. It's just the truth. And I sat on it and I didn't want to teach it. But here I am letting you all know I'm ready to teach it. See, you have to get in the future feeling now. Who's understood that this week? You must be in the future feeling now. Type in a yes if you get that. You must be there now. You don't have to wait. By waiting, you're reinforcing the wrong identity. You must get in your future feeling now. And we must let go of trying to get somewhere. And this is just, it's such a core. I want to just get the big screen going here for a second. I want to make sure that you get this, is you have a future. And this has an identity. And it has a feeling. And it has some results. And these are all interlinked. They're connected, you see? And then you have a now. If you take your now and you live these here, guess what has to happen? This. Because this feeling is connected with these results. This identity is connected with these results. So what is the one thing that we can tap into now? What is the one thing we can tap into now? The feeling, the identity. We can already be there now, and we know if we're there, the results are on their way. Does this make sense? This is literally a shortcut. Or in other words, it's the fast track. It's the fastest track to freedom. The fastest track to freedom is knowing you can have it now. Is knowing you can have it right now. And that everything else will show up. And so we can understand, hey, it's already done, isn't it? No, it's not. It's about to show up. It's about to manifest. But you've got to be there now. And that's the key. And that's what we go into here. We don't look at the past. We don't try to do things. We don't go backwards. We just be in it now. And that's the thing that I really hope you guys get from this week. And so here's how the whole program works, okay? And we're going to go through this all today. The first thing you must do is create a contribution-based clarity. Really, let me explain this. You must decide how you're going to give. So contribution-based clarity, basically, how will I serve the world? How will I serve the world? What will I give to be given riches? If you are not clear, it's one of the first things we do. It's week 1. We get clear on how you are going to give riches. Then you must times this by understanding neuroscience, epigenetics, and the spiritual laws of money. So you take this and you multiply it in with neuroscience, spiritual laws of money, and epigenetics. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We're going into all this today. So don't worry, because this is new. The next thing is you must have daily action. And this will create what will seem like a magic manifestation. But you and I will know the truth that there was a system. It is an exact process to take anyone from struggle to 6 figures or 7 figures of freedom. Who's with me right now? Who knows I'm speaking to them and gets this? Because what you got to get is your natural, hardwired conflicts, your safety mechanisms will stop you. Because your past is safe and proven. Your future is unsafe and unproven. I've only got one language I speak and I struggle with that. I can't even spell. But who remembers the family of monkeys story? Raise your hand or give me a yes if you understand and remember this, that there's part of you that wants to stay the same and then part of you that wants to change. This is the biggest problem. You see, you'll do something like this for 5 days and you'll think that you've shifted. But on the truth, there's still a hardwired part of you sitting there that doesn't want the change to exist. So here's what we must do. We must stabilize the change. We must hold it. we must surround it by the right people, the right processes, and we must stabilize in the new wave. Otherwise, the monkeys will just pull you back. Who knows, I've got a few monkeys in between their ears that will like to pull them back. That's a funny way to put it. So here's some of the mistakes that people like you with families just like yours make. The first one is that you think something external is going to make your internal difference. You think something external, so when I get a relationship, then I'll feel love. When I make the money, then I'll feel rich. Something external will make me feel different internally. The second thing is you take advice from broke people around money, overweight people around health, single people around relationships, but most importantly, you take advice, write this down. The big mistake that people make is they take advice from people who have lives you would not trade yours for. Do not take advice from somebody who's not living the life you would like to live. The other mistake is trying to avoid failure, thinking that it's permanent. In fact, there's actually 7 big mistakes that we make. And this is the first one. By the way, who's enjoying this? Did I get straight into it again? No mucking around in this challenge. We don't have time for that. The first big mistake, not getting clear on what you really want and how you're going to serve the world. Huge mistake. If you don't choose how you're going to serve and give to the world, and you don't start now, now's the youngest you're ever going to be. You don't get younger. It doesn't matter how old or young you are now. Now's where you start. You must get clear on how you're going to serve the world now. Mistake number 2, you are stuck in a limiting pattern and you're not allowing yourself to move out of it. You're not doing the meditations. You're not applying yourself. You're allowing yourself to take actions within inside your limits. It's a big mistake. It's safe and it's comfortable. Mistake number 3, type in a yes if this is you. Unconsciously, you've been actually living to make someone else happy. Mothers living for their children. Mothers, fathers sacrificing for their family. Huge. Doing what it is you're doing because you think your parents will be happy because you're doing it. Who's with me right now? You're following this? Big mistake. Living to make someone else happy. That's going into the sabotage pattern that I'm invisible. I'm not worthy. I'm powerless. I'll live for them. I'll do what they want. Mistake number 4. You didn't ever do what I'm talking about the last 5 days. You never shifted your core beliefs. You just kept on trying to create something new without changing you. This is like putting clean water in a dirty fishbowl. It will never, ever, ever happen. Mistake number 5. Trying to find proof of your future success in your past. I want you to understand this. All successful people have to believe in their future with no proof in their past. Hear me. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna make sure you can see me and hear me on this. I want you to make sure you get this. There is no proof in your past that you're going to be successful. It's not there. You have to take the leap. You have to believe. Edison didn't know that he'd ever invent the bulb. No way, he did know, but there was no proof in his past. You couldn't look at his past. You can't look at the past. There's no proof that Michael Jordan would win all those championships. Type it in for me. I want you to get this. There's no proof in your past. You can't go, hey, well, I've been a successful entrepreneur before. Yeah, cool. So now I'm going to do this. It doesn't work that way. Write it down. There is no proof in my past. There's no proof in anyone's past. Here's the truth. All successful people have to believe in a future vision without the proof. The belief, the identity comes first. Who think that's an important point to remember? There is no proof. Yeah. Huge. That's mistake number 5. You won't find any. 6, you're out of emotional alignment with what you truly desire. You desire freedom, but every single day you live in scarcity. You desire confidence, but you live in anxiety. You haven't understood one of the processes like the one we did last night. You're out of emotional alignment with what you desire. This is called cognitive dissonance, which is a big topic. Mistake 7, you do not have a mentor or mentors who are where you want to be, doing what you want to do, that you have there to help you. You must have mentorship from men and women who are where you want to be. So there's a 5-step method to make sure you don't make these mistakes. I'm going to stop having this on a big screen because I can't see it and see you. There we go. I'm going to do this. That's okay. You guys don't mind. You can see the slides on the side, can you? Because now I can actually see you guys here. This is still all right, isn't it? Because when I go full screen, I can't see your chat box. So the 7 here, number 1, not clear on what you really want. Who wants to type these in? Number 1, not clear on what you really want, only what you do not want. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching this, write it in so others can see. Number 2, you're stuck in a limiting pattern. Number 3, you're living to make someone else happy. Number 4, you've not shifted core beliefs. Number 5, trying to find proof of your future success in your past. Number 6, out of emotional alignment. I went really fast, didn't I? And 7, you don't have mentors. Cool. There we go. Someone's got them all written there for you. That's here. Thank you, Karen. Cool. So we've all got them. Way too fast to type. I'm sorry. Karen nailed it. Awesome. So those are the mistakes that smart people make, and it's okay to make those. It's what most of us have done, but today we want to change those. So there's 5 steps to manifest anything fast, and to ensure, I want to let you know that this has been passed down to me. Now, before I go into it, type in your numbers. Which ones out of these mistakes are you making? Which ones of these are you making? Are you not clear on what you really want? Are you stuck in a limiting pattern? Are you living to make someone else happy? Have you not shifted? Yeah. What about trying to find proof in your past? What about being out of emotional alignment and not having mentors who are where you want to be? Nice. It's good to just have a look at yourself. It's good to have self-awareness. Awesome. So here's the 5 steps, okay? I've already alluded to the first step, which is creating contribution-based clarity. Contribution-based clarity. The second, after you create that, we're going to do this all today, is you must align your mind. Number 3, transmute your emotions. Number 4, you must have a massive action plan. And 5, you must have peer review. So let me go down in this in detail, how it works. You guys ready to make it happen? You ready to do some work? So here's the first thing I want you to write down. Let's get your contribution-based clarity. How much do you wish to receive financially each year? Type it in. How much do you personally wish to receive personally? Type it in. So you might write something down like, I want to receive $400,000, $1 million, 150, whatever it is, right? Let's say $500,000 or 500,000 pounds or euros, but type it in, write it down, whatever it is you want to receive. Fantastic. Fantastic. The next question is, who are you going to serve? So who will you serve? So for me, I'm going to serve conscious maniacs on a mission who want to make great money and make a difference. Do I have any conscious maniacs on a mission on this call right now? Give me a yes or a woohoo or that's me. Who are my conscious maniacs on a mission? Because I look forward to serving you who want to make great money and make a difference. So the first thing is you've got to get really clear on who you're going to serve, okay? The next thing, and look, don't worry if you don't have this. This is the first thing we do in the 12-week process. The second is what are you going to do for them? What are you going to give them? So I have the world's #1 training and education system. Everything from mindset to strategy to coaching. That's what I have. What are you going to do for them? I love being a maniac on a mission. Right, Rochelle? Same. And so what are you going to give them? You might need to ruminate on these. And then you got to ask yourself, well, what is the short and what is the long term? Okay. We call this lenses. And for those of you who join our program, we create a lens and you do it one-on-one with one of our coaches. We want you to create a 1-year goal, then break it down to 90 days, then 30. Can you still see that? Then 30 days. Then you want to create 1 week, and then you break it down to 1 day. And this is like a domino. You knock over your day, knocks over your week, knocks over your month, knocks over your quarter, knocks over your year, knocks over your life. And it's like a lens. I want you to, the flip chart is hardly visible. Oh yeah, because of the screen share. Yeah, sorry. Right, thank you. There you go. That's why I have people like Hannah around looking at me. So I've got up here who? Conscious maniacs on a mission who want to make great money and make a difference. I have what? The #1 training and education system has mindset, strategy, and coaching. Then what is the short and the long? I have lenses. So what is your 1 year, your 90, your 30 day? What is your 1 week, your 1 day? You knock over the 1 day, you hit your week, hits your 30, hits your 90, hits your year. And this is crucial to understand. So thanks, Hannah. Thank you. You're not a maniac on a mission, Deborah? I beg to differ. You are. Who's here a conscious maniac on a mission? You just know you're on a mission to make great money and serve the world. Give me a yes if that's you, by the way. Who are my conscious maniacs on a mission? Where are you guys all at? You know you are. You guys know, by the way, that we're all a bit weird on this call, right? Like we have a different vibe, a different way. Let me ask you, are you the black sheep in your family? Do you turn up to like Christmas and birthdays? Everyone's like, what is she on about? Or do you kind of hide all the things that you really care about? I know you are. I know you are. I know you're like me, and you look at all the consciousness and understand that, we're nothing but a quantum particle floating on the wave of consciousness that's being collapsed from all possibilities. And you understand that we're a fractal. The more you look down, the more we look up, and you understand that we're source. And you and I know that we're like that, right? Yeah. Maniacs on a mission. I like it. I like it. Cool. So here's how to get the clarity. So you've got the contribution-based clarity. The first thing we want to understand is, what is a life worth living to you? What is a life worth living to you? Everyone says that they're not a maniac, that they're a unicorn. So I'm going to have to change it, everybody. Are you guys unicorns on a mission? Is that what's happened here? Everyone's shifted from maniacs to unicorns. I'm a maniac. What happened? So the first thing, there's a call for fulfillment, financial freedom, family. All right, good. Everyone's like, everyone says here they're a maniac. It's all right. We've got half maniacs, half unicorns. Good. Fitness. So these are your core 4 that you must get clear on. The next thing we do is we align your mind. So remember, results are created by actions. Actions are in line with your potential, and your potential is limited by your belief system. So we get really clear on that. Then we do. Wayne says maniacs are real, so we're here. And the unicorns are like, I'm a unicorn because everyone thinks I'm impossible. So I love it. I love the battle going on here. Here's what I want you to know. You're just the right person for us. Deborah says, unicorns are real too. So step 3 is to transmute your emotions, okay? So you get really clear on how you're going to serve the world. You get really clear on what's true for you. Then you align your mind, you transmute your emotions, and then we create your ideal average week. I want you to write this down. You can have a bad moment. You can have a bad minute. You can have a bad hour. Heck, you might even have a bad day. Never, ever, 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 ever. Write this down. Write it and type it in. Comment under this video. Never have a bad week. Never. I will never have a bad week. Write it down. I will never have a bad week. I'm going to show you exactly how. You will never have a bad week. It's okay to have little misses, but never have a bad week. Here's how to make sure you never have a bad week. You must have 3 passions. Write this down. 1 passion that makes you money. You must have 1 passion that you love to do. You must have 1 passion that keeps you fit. Somebody write it in for me. Thank you. You must have 3 passions. We'll help you find these. 1 that makes you money, 1 you just love because you love it, and 1 keeps you fit. You must have 3 people in your life. You must have 1 mentor who is where you want to be, at least. You must have 1 tribe who is on the same path as you. Give me a heck yeah if you found your tribe this week. You must have 1 tribe. You've got to find your crew. You've got to find your people. You've got to have them around you. They are so important. Heck yes. And you must have 1 mentee, somebody that you're showing the way to. One of the best things in my life is having my team that I get to just mentor and teach and coach. I love it. I think at the moment we have just over 23, 24 staff across 3 different companies. We end up with about 40 something staff when I count up the whole, but 24 main. And I'm so grateful that I get to share and mentor. So have these 3 people. You must have 1 new skill that you're learning every single week. Just 1. That will increase your satisfaction in life. I like to call this 1 capability. You must have 1 capability. And you must have a morning routine. You must have a morning routine. How you start your day is how you will continue. You must get into the feeling of the end result and stay there. Quick recap to create your ideal week. You must have 3 passions, 1 that makes you money, 1 you love to do, 1 that keeps you fit, 3 people, 1 mentor, 1 tribe, 1 mentee, 1 capability that you're always learning. And you must have a morning routine. This is your massive action plan. Look at that. Look at those notes. Thank you. Thank you. So the last step, okay, the last step is you must have peer review. Now, here's what's interesting. You can lie to yourself. True, type in a true if you can lie to yourself. Oh, I'm not going to go to the gym today. Oh, I didn't eat that bad. You can lie to yourself. It's easy because you all want the lie to just sit. Here's the next thing. Your family and your friends shouldn't be the one giving you review on your progress. They should be your friends. They should be your friends because they can never repeat this. If you think your friends and your parents are your peer review, you're not getting it. Here's why. If you went to tell If you went to tell your parents or your friends, I really want to move across the country because there's this amazing opportunity, they can't answer it without their feelings of what they want coming through. They can't. If your parents are invested in your career and you say, I want to start a business, they can't answer you without that still being apparent. Here's why. Your friends and your family have an emotional buy-in to what you do. This is crucial. You must be getting peer review from people that aren't your friends. That aren't your friends. This is hard for people because friends are there to be friends. Who's with me? Give me a yes if you understand this so I know it's landing, because it's a tough one for us to swallow sometimes. Is you must get non-BS, no belief systems allowed, non-emotional review of your feedback every month. I know Karen. Karen says, well, what about a tribe? They can come friends. That's why the tribe's up here. It's not in peer review. You must get a peer review. It's something that we really, really are strong on, is that you have someone else look and review where you're going. And they're not there to be your friend. They're either your mentor or somebody on the same path as you. Does this make sense? And you don't want to have to get advice from others. You want a peer review because you can't, your peer, the person they're reviewing goes, hey, you know what? You said you're going to do this and you're in a sabotage pattern. What are you doing? It's massive. And so people think something like, I don't understand how 5 simple steps can change your life. Well, let me share this with you. The truth is this: 64% of billionaires are self-made. Write this in, self-made, because 64% of them are self-made, baby. They were just like us. Self-made. J.K. Rowling, self-made. She wrote Harry Potter. She wrote it as a single mom. She was sitting on trains while she wrote it. Self-made. Write it in, self-made. Mark Cuban owns the Dallas Mavericks. Billionaire. He's on Shark Tank in the States. Self-made. Albert Einstein didn't even speak. Not a billionaire, but very successful. Didn't speak. He's definitely a 7-figure influencer, self-made. Jim Carrey, self-made. Steven Spielberg, self-made. Type it in, self-made. Oprah, self-made. Jay-Z, self-made. Guys, I want you to get this, is that 64% of billionaires are self-made. And I need you to feel that, write it in and go self-made, because they are self-made, so you can be too. And so some people say, well, the truth is, I don't have time. And they say, well, I don't have time. Well, the truth is, once you set up the course of action, it's just your morning routine. Some people say I have problems sticking to things. Well, that's true. Well, you don't have a problem sticking to the things that when you say that I can't stick to things, you can stick to that. See, here's what's true is when you say you've had problems sticking to things, it's because your identity hasn't shifted. Does that make sense? Because all of these started off just like us, all these people and more. So the truth is you've got everything you need, but we must understand how to change our thinking just like they did. And so you must make up your mind. Remember, 1 million isn't that much. It's 1,000 thousands, 2,500, 3,000 times 334. It's not that much. Now, the interesting thing about that is 1 million is only $85 a month. 1,000 times 1,000 people. 1 million is only $170 a month from 500 people. It's not much. Obviously, these are over 12 months. But guys, here's something that's really interesting. Someone says a few of your lists are known to have sold themselves to the Illuminati. That's a story that's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. 100K is only 3,000 times 34. It's not much. Look at that. $100,000 in freedom. It's only finding $100 times 85, right? It's only $170 times 50. It's just not much, is it? Can everyone see that? Look at that, 100 people giving you $85. I want you to feel this and try it on. That's all you need to do to make it. People, we try to make this so busy, but it's all in the mind. Who thinks when they look at that, wow, I can really make six figures. I just got to find 50 people who are willing, that I can deliver at least $170 worth of value to, right? It's not much. Nice, Michelle. And so the thing is as you know, your past will limit you because it's full of employee mentors. Let me check in. Who's enjoying today? I feel like I'm just going and going and going and going. Who's enjoying today? Give me a yes if you're enjoying today. Who's with me today? Who's understanding it? Because I'm trying to make sure you see the plan. I'm hoping to make sure that you see it all and that you get the plan together. You're taking notes. You're understanding it. Because here is the truth. The past will limit you more than anything because it's proven and safe. It's proven and safe. And that's all it is. It's not any more true. It's just that it's proven to you. So there are 4 ways that we keep ourselves safe. And I want to explain these to you because I've spoken to over 130,000 people in live events, over 8,000 people in private, really personal and intimate sessions. And here's what I got to let you know. I'm just like you. I remember sitting in my very first audience with Anthony Robbins, and he was up there in front of it, and he said, the next thing that I've got to do is I want to show you how to do this. I want to show you how to do that. And I knew in my heart, I said, I'm going to be a speaker. I said, I'm that. I said, I'm a motivator. I'm an inspiration. I'm that. I said, that's who I'm going to be. I'm going to make money. I'm going to change lives. I'm going to do what he's done. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. And he said, I have a mentorship. And I went, I want that. I want it 100%. And then he goes, it's $60,000 US. And I'm like, you big American beep. And I looked up at him and I thought, how dare you with all this money? How dare you? And so he came over and we're talking and he said to me, well, Chris, do you want to do the program? I said, yeah. He said, well, why? And I said, well, Tony, I've never felt this way before. I know this. It's the truth. You're my mentor. I want to do it. I want to be a speaker. I want to change the world. I'm like you. I want to do all these things. And he looked at me and he said, well, why don't you? I said, well, dude, like 60 grand, man. He said, well, it's 5,000 a month. And I said, oh, okay. And I go, no, well, actually, man, the truth is, I've never done anything like this before, man. I've never been successful. I've done anything. I'm not like you. So you don't know where I'm from, man. I'm from a small town, Porirua, just north of Wellington in New Zealand. I come from this tiny place. You're from LA, man. I'm from this. We don't have business genes, man. I'm from New Zealand. There's only 3 million people there. I was like, sort of saying to him, I'm like, I'm not that. And he looked at me and he said, well, Chris, what would the person that you're becoming do right now? Oh, I'm not him. And then he said, well, so I guess he'd probably do the course. And who's with me right now? Next thing is I go, well, the truth is it's not really the right time, man. It's not the right time. I've got other stuff to do, man. I'm looking after this. I was single at the time. I've got to organize this relationship. I'm starting this water filter business, speak it. Dude, it's not the right time. And it continued. I said to him, well, the truth, I don't even know. I don't really know much about what it is that you do and how to do this. I don't even know how to do this. I need a certification. I need more. I don't even know. And I said, and honestly, man, I've got a water filter business. I've started this new MLM. I've got this other thing going on here. I've got this. And he just said to me, looked me straight in the eye. He said, stop. Stop right now. He said, what would the person you're becoming do right now? He said, Chris, stand up. He said, move your body, shake your body, stand over here. He said, what would the person you're becoming do right now? And I said, he'd be in that course. He says, right, sign the form. You've got 2 weeks.
You got 2 weeks to make your first payment. How are you going to do it? You got to find 5,000 US. I'm thinking this is like 8 grand New Zealand. I'm like, how am I going to do it? And that changed me, because in that moment, I was the new person. I signed the form. There was no way I was not paying him. He said, you don't pay me? I'm going to come to you. I'm going to do this. I stood up in front of this huge audience. I said, I'm going to do it. I changed my identity. I changed it right there on the spot. I did everything I'm teaching you. I went out. I asked friends. I went to banks. I did everything. I made the first payment. And then guess what? By what I learned in that first month, paid the second payment. I got it. I went there. I spent a year learning from him. It changed my freaking life. And yet I still see the same people. I see the same people go through the exact same patterns again and again and again. And I want to explain these. I want you to write them in. The first pattern that people are in is they hold on to the past. Write it down. The first thing that you'll do is hold on to the past. You'll say, I've never done it before. I can't do it. Hold on to the past. The second pattern is I'll do it later. If, then I'll write it in. If, then I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. The next one overthinks. Says, I've got to think about it. Next one says, I've got so many things on. I don't have the time. And here's what they've all got to understand. Number one, the past does not determine your future. You cannot drive to your future looking in the rearview mirror. Number two, if you just keep putting off your life, when are you going to step into it? Are you going to stand on your freaking deathbed saying, I'm going to do it in the next lifetime? You can't keep saying you do it later, because later never comes. The overthinker needs to understand this. You can't get all the information until you start. It's like trying to learn how to play football, sitting in the grandstand reading a book. You can't learn it until you start. And the dabbler has to understand that your dabbling is from your head and your heart knows what to do. Follow your heart, take action. And I had to do it. And here's the thing, is once you make that decision, we then do exactly what we went through yesterday. And wasn't it a powerful, powerful session yesterday? Oh, who loved yesterday? First, you decide and you make the decision. Now, we've all made decisions this week. Then you see it in perfect completion, and then you neural and emotionally embed it. And this is such a crucial thing. And we do this in the Magnetic Mind Masterclass, our 12-week process. We do this every single day. And then once a week, you jump on and you do it with me. What does my next week look like? Where am I going next? How am I going to get there? Then we guide you to see it done perfectly for you, not for us, not for anyone else. You see it done in your mind's eye, and then we help you to feel the feelings of this already happening and train your body to change. So a quick question. How many of you would like me to do another one of those processes today? I've got one, but if I get enough people to give me a yes, I've got another one in store. Who wants it? Give me a yes, even out there on Facebook. Considering it. Wayne's like, you already know the answer, mate. Wayne, I know the answer, but I enjoy asking you to give me the answer that I want because it's kind of part of my game. So brain plasticity is important. He's like, yeah, I get it, mate, but you're going to do it. I am. And so the truth is that the brain changes, and we saw a beautiful video yesterday, and so I thought I would show you it again so that you understand how the brain changes. And it's so important to know that our brain is always malleable and it's always able to create these sort of changes. And that's what's crucial, is that we know we can make that change. We know that we can recode. By the way, who loves this video? Because I freaking love it. I mean, I'll just watch it recode like that. I think it's just, I just think it's absolutely freaking awesome. Because that's what you must understand. You must change your beliefs, your entanglements with your family, your limiting emotions, your unconscious desires and rules, your worthiness, your conflicting parts, and cognitive dissonance. You must change all of this. Otherwise, you will just be pulled back. You will be pulled back to where you've been, because who remembers tension? I didn't even do a recap on that today, but who remembers the tension? You're going to move into this new way of being. This tension, you must resolve it to come to here. And this is so crucial, okay? I want you to really get this. We're going to step you into your future identity now. And then we must resolve any tension that starts to pull you back. And that's how we do it. It's the reverse of healing. Healing goes and looks for stuff to heal. We go into our future, we live it, we take actions, we're in alignment. And then as stuff comes up, that's when we align it back in. And that's the key step. That's what billionaires taught me. They said, live from here. It was huge. You must understand tension. And here's what's really freaking fascinating about that tension and understanding that. No, I'll cover that later. It's important though. So it's crucial that you rewire and understand all of these, okay? Many people think they can't change and they've already tried. The truth is it's not about that. It's about your willingness to change and your willingness to listen and apply. Your brain's not broken. It can change. It doesn't matter if you think you're not talented enough or you don't know, and it doesn't even matter where you are now. It matters your willingness to learn, your willingness to apply yourself. And that's the truth. And so in order to learn anything to be new, all you have to do is create neural pathways, because the person you are is just a learned identity. That's all you are. Really get that. Who you are now is just a learned identity. And some even say, well, this won't work for me. It has nothing to do with you. You are not special enough to be the only human being that can't rewire and learn something new. You're just not that special. Is it true? Even though we might like to think it, oh, it won't work. No, you're not that special. You can learn things. You can forget things. If you don't use it, you will lose it. So I've got a process I'm going to do with you, but here's what I want to do first. I want to take you through the 12-week process before I do the big session, before I do the closed eye session with you. So let me just ask, how many of you would love, absolutely adore, to spend the next 12 weeks on this vibe in a group with me, a small selection of others, as we go through and deep dive in this process? Who would love to spend the next 12 weeks doing that? We have weekly calls, 2 of them. We have morning rituals. We have all sorts of stuff. It's huge. Give me a yes if you are open to hearing about it, because if there's enough, what I'll do is I'll share with you the process now so we get it out the way, and then we can go all in on the meditation. Does that sound good? Cool. Cool. This will amplify any other program that you have, including Amplify. All right, waiting all week for this. Okay, so I want to introduce you to the Magnetic Mind Masterclass. It is huge. It is exciting. I'm going to be letting some of you into this page later. This is the process if you want to shift your identity and step into your dream life. I need some excitement. Who's all in for this? It is massive. We're excited to let you know that the Magnetic Mind Masterclass is an exclusive business incubator for entrepreneurs who want to get rid of one day, someday, make great money, and have time to do what you love. And here's what I want you to know. Now is your time. It's your time right now to step up and realize that you are the person that's going to do it all. So here's what we're going to shift. And by the way, I'm going to be sending this link to you. I'm just letting you know what it's about. Who's excited? Who can feel it in their stomach already? This is something they need to do. Before we go there, though, let's step back and look at what you need to shift. Number one, your emotions, right? They control you. Those lingering fears, those frustrations, all these little things, I'm not that, the self-doubt, that is in the way. Who's with me? Right or true if you know your emotions are the things stopping you. True. The next is your identity. Your identity has been stopping you. You must shift. If you've been successful up until now, it's a brand new identity as you shift. The next thing, the do it all yourself hard work mentality. That's got to shift. The you're too busy. I'm too busy. You got to stop being too busy. You've got a huge game to play, and you must shift your support network. So meet me, your coach, over 12 weeks. There's some stuff about me there. We'll skip that. It's a huge thing, and I want to take you through it. We've helped lots of people go big in this. Here's a list of all the things that are in there. It's massive. Let me ask a question. How many of you, if money was no object, because you know there's going to be investment, know this is something for you? Give me a yes if you know that if it wasn't about money, you'd be all in right now, because I want to talk you through exactly what's in it. Here's the truth. There is nothing like this. You get one-on-one support. You get a group session with me. There has never been anything done this. There's nothing's been done like this. That's why we only allow 27. Rochelle and Hannah are on here. I've only got Rochelle and Hannah. I don't have 1,000 coaches. I don't have that size yet. I'm wanting to get to that size, but at the moment, that's what I've got. So I can only take 27 on at a time. Okay, you get lifetime access to a whole heap of meditations, 90 days of support, lenses. You get this huge program. I've got it up here. This is part of what you get. There's all these sessions that are pre-recorded. They're all in here. You can get started and you can go through total mind control, belief repatterning, remove negative emotions. You just click onto a different one. You go through this next thing, the foundation, 6 phases of success. There's so much in here. It's phenomenal. There's a whole meditation vault of things I've been gifted. Who thinks this looks pretty cool? This is the online platform that you get to be a part of. It's massive. I'll go into it. I'll go into even more. There's just so much in here for me to even start going into it. It's much easier on this page. You get 90 days of live support with me in the group. Lifetime access to what I just showed you, plus all the meditations. You get a one-on-one lenses planning session. You get a weekly group training with me. You get a weekly training with the fast track coaches, Hannah and Rochelle. So my question is, are you ready for this? Because these are exactly what we're going to go through. Week 1, we will unpack your macro and micro lenses. We'll get you super clear. Week 2, we will create your new identity. Who's excited? Week 3, internal emotional transmutation. Week 4, perceptual shift. Week 5, we will crush procrastination, create an inner fire. Week 6, we'll white out the emotions that are keeping you stuck. Week 7, we'll dissolve your inner conflicts. Week 8, we'll create a quantum shift. Week 9, we'll clear constraint and forward focus. Week 10, high vibe leading, living in flow. Give me a yes if it looks pretty dang good to you. Week 11, we'll go through the matrix, the 2-point and the double bubble. Week 12, family entanglements. Week 13, the action sprint and review. And every week, live with me, we'll be going through it all. It is massive. It is everything I've been obsessed about for the last decade and more. You get a full online training worth $2,000 for free. And we've just updated this so that there is a huge meditation hub here where I have put, like that session we did yesterday, all sorts of different meditations that you can download so that your morning starts off like this.
Find yourself in a comfortable spot.
With me leading you through some of the huge processes I've been given. I give you a message to market program, a full marketing program to get started, and an effective entrepreneur program so you can plan your day. It's limited to 27 only, and it's absolutely huge. So that's the program. And can I ask how many of you would love to be in that program? Because that's the next step. The next step after doing the 5 days is to join me for 3 months, is to join us and to make a huge transformation. There's hundreds of you on this call right now, and it will be in Aussie dollars. There's hundreds of you on this call right now. I can only take 27. So what I'm going to do is I want to finish off the challenge with an absolutely awesome closed eye process. Are you guys excited about that? And then after I finish that, I'll open up for all of you who want to join the program. So I will open it up and you can all go in there, and the first 27 are in this time are in. And that sounds really, really good. So you guys all clear and ready to do a really cool session? Have you guys had a fucking great 5 days? Did I just let go with a swear word? I did so well for 5 days. I didn't swear once. What a letdown that I did it right at the end. But I was just passionate just then. I hope you guys have been excited. You're ready to go. So here's my question. What would you like to create in 90 days? Type it in. Let's create that with our minds right now. What would you like to create in the next 90 days? Type it in, let me know, and let's create perfect completion. Let's neural and emotionally embed it, and let's really, really feel it. What would you like to create? Don't write that down. Write the answer down. Someone wrote in, what would you like to create in 90 days? Or maybe you wrote the answer too. Yeah, write the answer down. Write the answer. My branding. What would you like to create financially? What would you like your business to be like? Make a decision. The first step is to decide, and then we're going to create this in the invisible. I can see all of you saying that you want to be in, and I'm sorry that not all of you are going to be able to join this time. Nice. 20,000 per month, my branding. Online program launch and bringing in income. Easy. Easy. Awesome. What else would you like to create in 90 days? 5K passive income. Nice. Nice. 50,000 a month. That's a big 3 months. Awesome. Awesome. 50 a month. Fantastic. Nice. Giselle, we're gonna do that and more. Nice. Cool. 1 more minute to type it in. Boom, Scott. Let's make that happen. 10,000 a month in 90 days. Earn enough to quit your job. Love it, Emma. You have to. 90 days is going to set up your year. Cool. Give me a yes or a Y if you're ready to go. Let's go. Give me a yes or a Y. I want to see at least 50, at least half of you. I want to see at least 60 of you type in a yes. Nice, Tracy. Come on, give me a yes if you're ready to go. Signed up already? How'd you do that? Oh, it's Giselle. Yeah. All right, cool. Looks like everybody's ready. So just find yourself in a quiet spot and just put down your pens, put down your phone, and just listen to my voice. Put your headphones in, and actually I might sit down for it as well. Got my speaker chair here. I look like a midget for a moment. Maybe I'll do that. I've got water, Deborah. I'm all good. Thank you for being so caring. Appreciate it. So go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes. And I want you to bring up the picture of that goal in your mind. I want you to bring up that picture of that goal in your mind. And take a few big, deep breaths. And just relax for a minute. Just relax. Connect into yourself, relax from the top of your head and start relaxing down. That's it. Just take another couple deep, relaxing breaths and allow yourself to relax. The more you relax, the more it becomes easy, and the more it becomes easy, the more you want to relax. And just feel good. I want you to imagine that you've been transported now 90 days out into the future. And it's the morning. It's the morning and you're waking up. I want you to imagine it's the morning and you're waking up exactly where you're going to be in 90 days. Just notice what comes up for you. You may feel it, you may see it, you may just know that you're there. I want you to just notice that you've got this new sense, this new feeling about you. Because something's different. Something's changed. And you've almost forgotten, but you go along in your morning like normal. And that you notice that there's a text message on your phone. And it's from me. And you look down or you feel it or you notice it and the text says, congratulations on hitting your goal. And you instantly realize and feel exactly how it would feel to have hit that goal. And somehow you catch yourself looking down at the phone. And then the phone sort of shuts off or goes dark. And you can just see your reflection in the phone like a little mirror. And just imagine that you can. And you're looking down at this phone and you can see yourself. And you look right at yourself and you say, well done. Well done. And you ask yourself, how good does it feel right now to have hit this goal? And it really starts to hit you that you've hit that goal. And you notice that if you can hit this goal, what else can you do? And you start realizing what else you could do. And the feeling starts to get bigger. You're just connecting with yourself and you get emotional. You feel it. You realize that you finally took yourself on. You finally did it. You finally created a success result that you wanted. You did it. And you connect with yourself and you go, yes, yes. And as that feeling starts to grow, it gets bigger and bigger inside of you. And just let it get bigger. Don't worry about it. Allow it to get bigger. It's like you're celebrating. I want you to feel as though you're celebrating. You're feeling just as though you've achieved what it is that you want to achieve. And allow the feeling to get bigger and fill whatever room that you're sitting in. Allow that feeling to get bigger and bigger and fill the whole room. As soon as it starts to fill the whole room, you'll feel it like vibrating out of your toes, shooting out of your fingers and coming out the top of your head. And just notice what color it is as it fills the room. Do you notice it's a certain color? Is it sparkling? Is it rainbows? Is it purple? Is it blue? Is it red? Is it yellow? Is it clear? Or does it have no color at all? And as the feeling gets bigger, now fill the whole house with this feeling. That's it. Fill the whole house with this feeling and then allow it to get bigger. It's almost like bursting out of you now. It's like a volcano erupting at the top of your head. This feeling is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's getting so big that it's now taken up your whole city until it takes up the whole world. It's so big. And then all of a sudden, I want you to have all of that feeling start making its way back to you. And faster it goes all the way back to you until it hits you right in the chest. You just feel so grateful. And you look back towards your past and you thank that brave version of you that took action, made it happen, and created a millionaire mind. What message would the person in the future like to send back to the person here now? Send that message back. Thank you. Thank you for taking a chance on us. Thank you for believing. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for overcoming our old patterns. Thank you. You did it. Thank you. And when you're done, you can follow your energy back here. That was great. You can open your eyes, come back into your body, back into the session. Congratulations. Congratulations on finishing the 5-day challenge. How do you feel? How do you feel right now? Congratulations. Well done. It's been a big 5 days, but it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. You're in square one. It's time to go to the next step. So it's good that you burst into tears. Clear as, nice. So we used to do the 3 months. We used to do it with in a different way. So here's how it works. There's a group call with me every single Tuesday. There's a second session every single Sunday with Hannah. You get a one-on-one session with a coach to get you completely clear. There's a full online meditation. There's an amazing group. And we used to charge $8,000 for the whole thing. Let me just ask you, for that level of change, where you're going, does 8,000 seem like too much? Does it seem like it's way too much to ask for a big change? Yes or no? I mean, does it seem like a fair price if we're going to condense 10 years of experience and to give you all the meditations, all the processes, and kick your butt? Now, here's how it can look like a lot if you do nothing. Right? Who knows that? Do you know how that could be really expensive if you do nothing? I'm not going to ask you for 8,000, but I want to ask you, if it was 8,000, would it be worth it? Let me know. If it was 8,000, would it be worth it? If you truly changed, if you got all that, well, here's the thing: is it's not 8,000. In fact, for all of this, for all of these weeks that we're going to go through, plus this is all already recorded. You can go through it fast. These are all going to be done live with me. It's not 8,000. To get all the bonuses and everything. In fact, it's not even 4,000. It's not. You get lifetime access to all the training modules and meditations. You get 90 days of live support. Guys, there's only 27 spots. Let me know who's going to take it. You get a one-on-one session. You get a weekly training with me. Your investment is only $1,995 if you pay in full, or full 4 installments of $500. It's in Australian dollars. So if you're in the UK, it's about 250 pounds. If you're in New Zealand, a little bit more. There's 27 spots available. What I need you to do is click on the link that I'm sending you right now. You don't have to take it. There's hundreds of people on here, and I'm never, ever going to offer it like this again. You don't have to take it. You can do whatever you want. But the next 12 weeks are going to look like this for some people. So let me ask you, who's all in? Type in, I'm all in. Who's all in to actually change their life? Who is all in to spend the next 3 months with me? Who's all in to take themselves on? Who's all in to continue this vibe? Type it in, I'm all in, so I can see. Put it under this video. Who is all in? Love it. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks, Giselle. Who's all in? I love it, Kathleen. I'm so excited to be working together. We've been talking back and forth for a while. Mahela, I love it. There it is there. Are you all in? So what you do is you click on here. It's time, Michelle. Awesome. You're going to click here to book your spots. You'll enter your name, your email, and your phone, and you'll click through. There's the link. Then what's going to happen is it's going to take you across to this page here where you'll fill in your payment details. It's all safe and it's secure. You'll submit your order there. You'll hit the terms and conditions tick there. If you want to look at them, you can. It tells you clearly that it's in AUD dollars, and it tells you everything that's there. What will happen when you fill this in is you're going to get a phone call. You're going to get a phone call. On that phone call, we'll be onboarding you and we'll be planning your next session. We'll be getting you started. We'll be inviting you to the group. And all you have to say is that you're all in. And what's going to happen is you'll finally take yourself on. You'll finally overcome your limits. You'll finally become that person that you know you're supposed to be. You will shift your identity. We won't let you down. Guys, if you've enjoyed the last 5 days, you're going to freaking love spending 3 months with us. I don't know how to say this. This week was the baby stuff. But you have to have the baby stuff, don't you? Right? You have to. You have to start there. But then we get to go big. Some of you might have questions. When you get through to the second page, there's a link here for those who have questions. If you've got questions, you need to sort out a payment, stuff like that, you can click that. But I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's already 11 all-ins to go through. There's already 11, meaning there's 16 spots as these words come out of my mouth. And I want to let you know just how much I care about you. I've made this program so cheap and so accessible, but also at the right price so that I can pay some really good staff. Does that make sense? So we've got great staff, we've got great people here to support you, and it's freaking awesome. For $2,000 Australian to set the rest of your life up, it's likely to be the most unbelievable thing that's ever going to happen. And that's what I can promise. I promise you that we will do everything we say. We won't let you down, and we'll make it happen. Yes, Wayne? Wayne wrote Chris, but I don't know the tone. So it might have been Chris or Chris, or it might be Chris. Guys, I know you're going to have a lot of questions. So if you've got questions, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over into Facebook in a second, and I'm going to answer them all for you. Here's what I want you to feel in your gut. Is this right for me? Is it time for me to make this happen? Is this the right program? Is this the right guy? Am I ready? You know what? You're not ready. You can't be ready. And your gut will probably lie to you. You have to force yourself through, because it's likely you'll feel a mix of uncertainty, fear, doubt, but that's the old you. And so what's the other course, Wayne, that you're talking about? I can't do both course. Which one would you recommend? I'm not sure what other course you're looking at. My question to you all is exactly what Tony said to me. What would the person you're becoming do right now? Awesome, Michelle. So we will sort it out for you, Giselle. No worries at all. Thanks, Tracy. So guys, if you've got questions, I will jump over into the Facebook group. I just appreciate you. I loved this challenge. I loved what it's all been about. And I wanted to get on here and I wanted to serve you with this. I've just signed up. I love you, man. Great to see it. I'm scared I'll just be the same. Yeah. Yeah, you can be scared that you'll just be the same. That's a really big, that's real. But make the decision to change. We have to go through this process. This is, if you're doing anything else, in your life. You've got to have this. If you don't do this, nothing else will work. You might sit there and think, but I've done so many other things. Not doing another one isn't going to solve that you've done others. I can't take responsibility for what others have done, but maybe, just maybe, they were getting you to hear. Stop thinking you're broken. Start learning how to step into a new identity. I want you all to know. You want you all to know that you are good enough. Make sure you get through that first page, Chris, so that we can sort it out. I want you all to know you're good enough. You can do it. I believe in you. If I can shift, if I can change, it eludes me at the minute. My mind is racing. It starts with A, amplify. Amplify. So you've been looking at speaker training. Yeah. They're two different things. Two different things. Yeah. But who'd you speak to, Wayne? Maybe you want to talk to them again. Guys, I'm not offering this for any more than 27 people. If you're looking at one of our other programs and you get this, you can always upgrade, you can always change, but don't miss out on this. So Wayne, grab this. We'll get on a call. We'll figure out which one you want to do. Scott. All right, I'll make sure Scott talks to you, Wayne. Cool. Cool. I can't keep up with all these questions. 4 payments, 4 months. So many questions. Awesome. So just grab this one. Grab it, not for me, for you, whatever other programs or multiple programs you're doing. I can see people saying, I'm doing other programs. You got to do this. You've got to do it. And it will help every other thing that you're doing, every other strategy. And that's the key, because I know. Wayne, 100% you should. 100%, guys. Wayne said, shall I take both? Yes. You got to have the identity. It's the missing link. Those of you who followed me know that when I share something with you, I go all in. It's detailed. I make sure it's all there. I have held back releasing the Magnetic Mind program since 2014. I did a soft release last year. So for 6 months, I've been getting it right. There's nothing better than this. If you know me and you see what I do, I don't do things half. Yeah, you should. There's nothing better than this. Nothing. We won't let you down. We won't stop you. We will get you there. There's nothing better than this. You gotta trust. You gotta believe. You got it. You've just got to, and you can't stop. You can't look at the past. You can't dabble. You can't put things off. You've just got to be there now, and you got to own it. You must own it. This is those moments where you got to own it, right? You got to own it. Somebody's saying that they can't get through. Is anyone else having the problem getting through? I think we've had about 16. Yeah. About 16, I think, that I've seen. I'm not counting. It will stop when it stops. There's 27. That's it. We literally pride ourselves so much on client results. We wouldn't take on more than we can. I've got it, Scotty. Scotty's asking me who can't get through. What am I? And so, trust me. If you're sitting on the fence, trust me. Do it. Thanks. Means a heck of a lot of me. Means a heck of a lot to me. I mean it. This is what built our $5 million company. This, plus learning how to speak, plus digital marketing. Those are 3 things. There isn't anything else. Nice, Michelle. Michelle's got questions. Go through. There's a place to book in for questions. Cool. I'm going to jump over into the Facebook group, and I'm going to answer your questions there. There's three resources we have in life. There's time that we can invest into things. There's money, and there's knowledge. Someone type those in. There's time, there's money, there's knowledge. One of them you never get back. Yeah, Wayne, just go through and book the call. Yeah, there's time, there's money, and love it, Chris. One you can't get back. Which is the one you can't get back? Time, money, or knowledge? Time. Just 37? Tracy? So misspell. Time. Time you never get back. Tracy, that's awesome. Tracy's one of the people that I work with, and she said, Chris, just letting you know, this week I created 3,700. Boom, Tracy. I'm proud of you. Time you never get back. What's the second one? There's one of them that you can use again and again and again and again and again and again. What is it? Knowledge. Knowledge. And then there's one that you can always find. You always find enough. And that's money. You can always find money because there's always people that have problems that you can solve. You can cut grass, you can paint houses, you can do whatever it is, you can find it. You can find $500 a month of money. It's only $120 a week. It's not much. You can babysit. You can do whatever. Uber drive. There's so many. And that's the thing. So what you need to do, Harry's coming in to say hi, is you can only get your time once. So the smart thing to do is to take money to buy the knowledge and save your time. You've got a problem with self-discipline, it's time to stop that. It's not self-discipline. Self-discipline and not doing what you're supposed to do is the sabotage pattern that is actually what you're doing is avoiding what you're supposed to be doing because of an inherent identity that says, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this, so I go the other way. I don't deserve to do that, so I'll do this. We have to get rid of that. Awesome. Take money to gain knowledge and save time. Nice. Cool. I'm going to jump over to the Facebook group. I'll be over there to answer questions. Harry's telling me that I've been on here way too long. But I love you guys. I'll be over there in just a second. See you there.